BrotherLoveRadio.com. Local porn talk in Las Vegas. Hey guys, it's midnight Friday as always. BrotherLoveRadio.com coming through from Vegas Raw Radio. Chill Vladimir is at the head of the ship over there, hanging out with Selfish, Este Fiasco. We got Maui Diaz chilling.
Hola.
There's going to be a lot of porn talk as always. We got to do a lot of shout outs. There's a lot of news going on in the world today regarding porn. So when I get to my laptop, I'm going to start announcing stuff. But the people that we ran into this week, a lot of new girls actually came through. Ariel Sky, shout out to her. A new young girl named Peyton Coast, shout out to her. Who else did we see this week? We saw Lucy Dahl, cute as ever with the cute cartoon voice and amazing flexibility. Who else? There was a Phoenix Marie snuck on the set today, so shout out to her ninja prowess. She came in busted like the popo, and she was on my ass because she was like, "Brother Love, you forgot to lock the front door." Is it your first, what is it, your first day on set? It's true, she walked right on in.
You're not shooting a shampoo commercial.
Who else did we see this week? Johnny Castle came through, Van Wild, Chad White, always running to Bobby Beefcakes. He's doing his thing over at Casting Couch, so, he's got a lineup of ladies sucking his dick on the sofa. That's the
life, man.
That's the life.
There's some notes on that laptop though, and I can't think straight, because whenever I'm hanging out with my friends, I'd rather just talk about some bullshit than some of the stuff that I have to. And there's some advertisement that I got to throw up as well. But let's get to the advertisement in a minute. It's 12:02. Midnight Masturbators. Thank you for sticking tuned and jumping on board with me. If you're on BrotherLoveRadio.com right now, somewhere halfway down that page, just click that go button and you should be hooked up to the TuneIn app. And like I said, we're broadcasting live from Vegas. Maui Diaz.
I'm here taking selfies.
From California, man.
We worked 8 years. Going 8 years working together.
Has it been 8 years?
2009 I started working with you guys.
That's crazy.
It's been a lot. It's been a journey almost.
So what is day one like for Maui Diaz in the porn office?
Well, you gotta remember, I come from advertising and production, so I got the gig through Craigslist, right into the interview as an editor, and I mainly did Hispanic marketing and advertising. It made good money. It's LA area, so majority of people there are Hispanic speakers, so there's always a budget for that. So coming in day one, I was freaking out a little bit. I didn't know what I was gonna, I've seen porn. I've seen dungeon porn, the crazy porn, the Asian porn. This was 2009. So what was big back then, porn-wise? Daniel?
Well, what was big was everybody was going broke in 2009. Companies were crumbling. You were probably one of the lucky few who had a job opportunity at that time.
Exactly.
Because doors were closing. We lost, if you really think about the porn industry at that time, we lost Red Light District went out, Platinum X went out, Hush Hush went out, Vivid just slowly disappeared. So many companies just got destroyed because of 2008, the real estate economy and all that garbage.
The bubble, house market bubble?
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Now, did I jump on board a few months after you? Because I think I got on board with working for the Porn Pros clan in about 2009 also.
Because day one, I did edit one of your scenes because
Okay.
you were, behind the camera giving directions. I forgot who it was, but typically they get scenes and they start editing, a week in, 2 weeks in? If it's an old scene, then it could be months, because sometimes we'll put some away to storage, they're just not ready to be cooked out, because I've seen scenes that don't come out, 3 months almost? But shit.
Yeah. Well, don't put anybody that kind of got lucky to get a job on the back burner.
Yeah.
By ugly to get a job is really what I mean. Some girls slip through the cracks. Fortunately, lately we've been shooting a lot of really cute girls.
Yes.
That's really important, especially when you're shooting internet stuff.
True that.
Which we do. Everybody in this room works with in internet porn. You can't hide a scene that goes online. Like if you're making a DVD, you could hide a so-so girl on the in the fourth scene. Bury it somewhere in the DVD.
True that.
But online, when everything counts, and your members are looking for that update to masturbate to, however many updates you're giving them, I don't think you could really, risk it. At least not now. Competition is fierce, and the industry is still pretty damn small. You started as an editor, but you got on board on the actual production side of filming because you have a background with cameras.
Cameras, some of these commercials that we'll shoot will be just a one-man crew.
Right.
Me and one of the workers at the office. One of the clients was Norby's Honda, so we always do like one commercial a month.
Okay.
Because there's always a special coming. So I was doing that for 6 years.
That's a pretty good job because that's a pretty big.
So yeah, the job that I started in was '03.
Okay.
And this was up in Santa Monica. The company closed down because like I said, like '08 was a really bad year.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Especially for some very advertising. When a company needs to budget itself, it's going to cut the first thing, advertising dollars.
Yeah.
And the Hispanic wasn't that big, so they kept it to general market, so the English-speaking market.
Got it.
So little by little, but we lasted like good 2 years until we said, you know what? Like we knew 2 years ahead of time, like, okay, if things don't change, we have to, restructure or go somewhere else. So for 2 years, we struggled to make things happen. And dude, it was an uphill battle.
Right.
But, I'm saying, all right, we lost the war, we lost the fight, and I think that's one of the lessons I learned, that pain is a good teacher.
Right.
So coming into porn, it's just kind of like, it was a perfect time because then I was just like, more open-minded about it. Not so like, I'm in porn, I should be working in some agency in, Westwood or some shit like that. So when I came in, I saw that the marketing part of it, the trying to get the attention because everyone is dishing out some kind of trailer on. And so I noticed that people have a second attention span when it comes to porn.
Yeah.
So it was another challenge. So I took it as I'm like, you know what? This is a challenge. If I can make a trailer that could catch someone's attention for at least 2 seconds, I've done my job.
That's right. What was your interview like? Was that?
It was normal, straight up.
Okay.
Any other interview, it was, they were looking for professionals at that time. They wanted a real editor who has an editor background. So my resume, like they told me, it's not going to pay a lot, but if you're down, so I took the paycheck. I took that cut. So I'd be like, you know what? Not because I need a job, but I feel like, I'll take the challenge.
Right.
I didn't know at the time what it was, but, a month in, I figured out, okay, you know what? At this job, I'm going to try to do this.
And then you got into directing shortly thereafter.
A year later, I started working with the gay content that we were shooting, that we just started shooting, helping establish that.
Right.
Cameras, then, doing shooting itself, taking care of paperwork, because being the director is, it's fun and like a little serious too, because you got to make sure everything's legit, because it could bite us in the butt. And I've heard of companies, that's when I started hearing about companies who, I started learning more about the industry. Companies who don't double check their paperwork and all this shit. That's scary.
Right.
Because, it's kind of like, it could come back and hurt the company.
There's a huge example of that, as a matter of fact. I think Reality Kings is the biggest example. Didn't they have like a multi-million-dollar, I think it was like $100-some-odd million lawsuit for putting licensed music in one of the videos? They got their ass handed to them. They got a little bit too cocky, I think, or they made a mistake and then they got caught. You have to look at that up, what happened to them. And if the story is the way I heard it, that's part of the reasons how Brazzers, I think, picked them up.
Yeah.
It's because they got over the head with the lawsuit, and Brazzers at that time was just coming in like a bulldozer, picking up everybody, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna bail you guys out, but we're owning your company now."
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to mess around with 2257s, which is our model releases, or anything that will jeopardize it. And they're always on our ass. High logos.
High logos. Yeah, because even as editors, blurring them logos, man, sometimes it can take forever.
All right, so now Maui, I don't want you to say anything yet because you're actually on both sides. You're the editor and the director as well. But
Correct.
For Selfish, top 3 things you hate about receiving content from us directors.
Damn.
I'm willing to hear it with the top 3 things.
Am I live? I'm live. All right, check me out. they're talking, you know what I'm saying? Because we gotta take it out. You know what I'm saying? They're talking because we gotta take it out pretty much. And the reason why I say they're talking, I know a director gotta direct, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, when you're directing and they're moaning and stuff, we gotta
mid-action,
yeah, we have to like match another moan to that whatever reaction it is.
What I do is I just cut to a close-up and that's it.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Cut the camera too.
Yeah, you can do that too. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know, especially if the content is
It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, if it's good, you can do that.
I know it's gonna throw the viewer off.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, and that's one. Two, I'll say shaky footage. You know what I'm saying?
We need some stabilizers in there.
Yeah, you know, like just say. I mean, even I know sometimes some of the lenses do be having stabilizers say they built in, but still, you know what I'm saying. I just hate shaky footage. Period. Even the stylistic ones.
Yep.
You know, on that one show, what's that show called on NBC? A Modern Family. They have that stylistic. You know, shake. I don't even like that. You know
Exactly.
What I'm
Some people get motion sickness from that too.
yeah, see? And then the third thing will have to be, well...
Minor, anything little.
Yeah, well, the third thing is not really even the director's fault. It's just, you know, if the guy is with a hot chick and he's not into it. You know, I mean,
but
he's into it, he got issues or something.
As a director, I'll come and say that it's sometimes the dudes will feel the girls and sometimes the girls won't feel the guys. There have been too many girls complained about the male talent. You know, like, oh, he's too muscular, or he's too quiet, or he's too weird. You know, just like, baby, you're porn. I can't help it, you know. Just help me, you know, let's just do the best we can.
Right. Damn.
It is not a dating service, yo.
Exactly.
You're making $1,000 a day to act, because anybody can fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got to think about them greenbacks, and at the end of the, you know, enjoy doggy style. Just close your eyes and pretend it's somebody that you want to be banged out by.
Oh, God.
So let me give a couple shout outs though. So actually, Maui, you don't have a Twitter.
No, I don't.
Can you give us your Instagram shout out?
Instagram shout out would be IPoo4, the number 4, ever. I don't know why I came up with that. It just stuck. You know, I wasn't taking Instagram seriously because I felt, what the fuck I'm going to upload a picture for?
Right.
You know, this is what, like MySpace/Facebook or... No, Facebook already overtook my MySpace. This is a long time ago, so I wasn't taken seriously. I'm not even on Snapchat. I see too many people driving right now in the streets with their fucking cell phones trying to get that doggy filter in as they're driving.
Yeah.
I see that shit too many times here in Vegas. I see it every time, so that's why I'm like, I can't Snapchat, because I can see why it could be addicting. Like, I want to put a fucking dog face on me, but
Damn.
where am I going to do it? I'm always working, I'm always busy,
Right.
or I'm always driving. You know, if you see my Instagram, I do a lot of off-roading.
Right.
That's one thing I love about Vegas is you could go anywhere right here and then be out in the middle of nowhere. So I've had so much damage done to the Jeep. I'm just like, fuck, I need to stop. But it's no, I poo forever Instagram, and then just upload pictures, videos. I actually like that we could do videos there.
Okay.
You know, I edit some stuff there, but I'm gonna start adding some more stuff to it. So get some people, because I like other people's photos. It's just,
Right.
That's the thing about me. I like a good photo. That's my one thing that Instagram does good.
Right.
And then if people could go out there and take more photos, it just means they're getting out there in the world. You know, selfies, they're good. I feel like there's sprinkles, too much of it could ruin the dessert. But the creme is the ice cream, that's the main part, so make a really good photo. Food, a backyard, something, something that to give people I feel like social media has brought people closer.
Right.
Even though it's taking us apart, but when you move in with your brother again and your sister again, and you guys try to live there together, there's going to be tension. Yeah. It's better when we're apart. That makes us a family.
Damn. That's deep.
So, yeah. Sure, what else do we want to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about everything. So can I just say real quick, I got to get this off my chest because I got to vent. I hate food pictures on fucking social media. I don't give a fuck what you ate. Okay?
I love food.
I get help.
No, I'm not saying, listen, the cupcakes in the bakery, cool, but sometimes you get a picture that looks like just a pile of shit. You're just like, why you? Wait, that's not even decorative, son.
Yeah,
If
those.
you're talking about photo aesthetics
Yes.
and beautiful photography on Instagram, you're
Yes.
like, come on, dude.
Live from Las Vegas at midnight, brotherloveradio.com.
Let's do our social media. You can check me out on brotherlove.com. That is a day-to-day of what I'm shooting and what I've been doing on the radio show. I'm also on Twitter at brotherlovexxx. DM me because we're looking for guests from the civilian standpoint, people who watch porn and are porn fans. We need those people. We also need some Bible interpreters for us because we do have sex in the Bible, and we're not trying to be condescending or anything like that. We're just trying to get an understanding of the basics of what is going on in the Bible 4,000, 5,000 years ago. You can also find us at Instagram on Brother Love Radio. We're on Pinterest. I don't really do much on Pinterest, but I'm still there at Brother Love XXX. Obviously, we're broadcasting from Vegas Raw, and the widget is a tune-in app on Brother Love Radio. We just opened up a store, by the way. It's got a little bit of a knick-knack, but it's cool, brotherlovestore.com. And the first thing that's up is a dick pic. So you can go buy my dick pic on brotherlove.com. There's like the 1 through 100 there. They're a little bit spendy, but if you got nothing to spend money on, go buy a Brother Love dick pic for $25. The everyday dick pics are like $5 a piece. And you can call in, actually. We were really looking for listeners to call in at 702-778-1868. We are broadcasting from Vegas if you didn't get the 702. We gave our shout-outs. Obviously, Maui Diaz is hanging out. 8-year veteran. God damn, I can't believe it's 8 years.
Wait,
That is
let me
freaking me
let me
out.
ask you a question. I have something to get off my chest.
Yes.
All right. A while ago, me and my ex were watching a video, and she asked me, "Is this Daniel?" Anna. She does her bakery stuff like that.
Okay.
So she asked me. It was a video of two midgets headbutting.
Ha ha. Yes.
That's you. Okay.
Yep.
I told her I don't think that's him.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. All right.
How did you recognize me?
The voice.
The
Just
voice.
the brother love voice.
The nasally, yes, voice. Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually. Let me clarify that real quick. There are a couple good friends of mine. So one is a dwarf, Stella, and the other is a midget, B. We call her B small in that one.
What's the difference?
So there is a big difference, actually, that I found out. So my friend Stella, who has had a lot of physical operations, she is the dwarf. And I apparently, there are very few dwarfs on Earth, like maybe 1,000 total. So Stella, if you're out there, I just want to say you're definitely a notch on my belt, because not a lot of people can say they had sex with a dwarf. And you're a good friend of mine, so that was cool. And you had a hairy pussy, and you actually know how to box. She really does know how to box. Her brother-in-law is a fucking trainer or whatever like that. They beat my balls in with some fucking brass knuckles.
Oh my God.
Well, technically, in California, they're belt buckles.
Belt buckles.
You just buy it, the Asian knife store. You know what I mean? Yeah, brass knuckles. It's a belt buckle, but you can have 2 for $5. So anyway, the dwarf's limbs, from what I understand, are longer. Like more normal limbs. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of operations. I mean, Stella would have to call in. Stella, if you're listening, call in. I think her spine is fused, so she really can't turn it. It's really a fucked up situation. Her situation. And then B, who's the midget, they have the shorter limbs, but more of a, I guess if normal is the right word, torso. And yeah, they did do some headbutting on my balls. It was ball busting, and then unless you watched the hairy pussy one.
No, it was.
Hairy pussy. It was a ball
I think this
busting
was like
one.
on RedTube, and it was like.
Yeah, it's silly.
30
ball
seconds.
busting shit's everywhere. Yeah, they did some like WWE shit where they're like jumping off the headrest. Doing like some butt splashes on my balls.
Wow.
It was cool. They were a lot of fun. I had a good time with them. I flew them in from Washington back in like 2007. That was fun.
Wow, that's nice.
Your girlfriend recognized my voice. There we go. Which
She
is
actually.
fun.
It's funny. She's the one who got me the job. I was looking for jobs, and I was at the same time I was doing some freelance. So as I'm working doing freelance, she was on Craigslist sitting on my resume, acting like who I am. So I gotta give her props for giving me the job.
I gotta give my girl props too. She got me the job too.
So here's the deal, though, because that has happened to me when I was DJing in a strip club. My girlfriend got me that job. Listen, ladies, this is real. If you get your man a job in an adult entertainment business, there's unfortunately consequences that go with that. Don't get mad. If I'm looking at some titties, or some ass, or some vagina, or someone's flirting with me, don't get mad because it's, right there. You know what I'm saying? Don't set me up for jealousy, man.
Actually, it's funny because the job did the opposite. It made me appreciate my girlfriend for not being a crazy ass bitch or having daddy problems. So it made me feel like, all right, I know you're crazy, but there's more. The crazy I know is what's that line? What? It's not the crazy you know, not the crazy you don't know.
I don't know what it is, but definitely the degree of crazy is a little bit more in porn.
There's a YouTube video. This guy explained, a mathematician doing a chart of like the level of crazy and what women are, and it's, you gotta look it up. If you look up YouTube levels of crazy women, like just keywords, it popped out on my YouTube feed, and I'm just like, I'm gonna watch this video, and it was really funny. It was really. It's on. Actually, I saw it on Facebook. Like someone posted it on Facebook, so keep a lookout for that. It's a pretty good explanation of why men do to women and why women do to men kind of thing.
When you're directing, because obviously you don't see that a whole lot in the editing. Well, actually, I got that clip from Danny Mountain, by the way. By the way, he forwarded me that clip.
Nice.
I'm like, where'd you get this from? He's all, dude, I know Maui. That was awesome. She's already out of the business.
Really?
She sent a tweet out. Was it Raylan Ann or something like that? She's really perfect. She had a beautiful body. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm going mainstream or whatever. Like, God bless you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
BrotherLoveRadio.com.
All right, hello everybody. This is Brother Love from BrotherLoveRadio.com. Every Friday at midnight till 2 a.m. in the morning. It's porn talk all night long. We're here with special guest Maui Diaz, Este Fiasco, who's our regular, and also Selfish. My team. And Man Bun John, wherever you're at. Hopefully you're in Cali. Hopefully you made it to Cali. We'll see you here next week. Check me out at my blog at brotherlove.com. You can see what I'm doing on the day-to-day with the show and what I'm doing when I'm shooting. Obviously, tune in every Friday. You can also check out our store, brotherlovestore.com, with the dick pics. Buy a dick pic, buy my dick pic. It'll be the best dick pic you ever saw. On the serious note, and I'm not going to talk too much about it, otherwise I'm going to bust into tears because I was crying the other night for about a half an hour. If you are a fan, you're probably listening to it because you are, I want you to investigate Piper Perry, who's a real good friend of mine. She had an incident this week that is probably one of the worst tragedies that could ever happen in anybody's life. So I'm not going to get into detail with that because that'll make the show extra depressing. But I do want you to help her out at GoFundMe.com/2HYZAJJG. And please donate to Piper Perry's cause. She needs a hug and your assistance. So get over there when you can. And Piper Perry, if you're listening, we love you. Thank you. You did a couple of interviews with us. On WBKE and also on Vegas Raw, so thank you, and just God bless you, and I hope everything's working out for you, or will work out for you as best as it can. And also on the note of donations and shitty situations, we want to also talk about clitoray.org, who spent an afternoon with us talking about female genital mutilation. Clitoray.org has the ability to provide clitoris repair surgery. So please visit their website and donate some money to them, because we're trying to battle really a horrible situation for 125 million women that are victims to the female genital mutilation. But tomorrow, is a web conference that they're hosting from their website. It's about my body, my clitoris, and it's all about obviously the clitoris. And you can speak with a lot of the doctors that are involved, especially Dr. Marcy Bauer, who works out of the San Francisco hospital that is responsible for helping several women with the FGM, female genital mutilation. So get on board with clitoris.org because we definitely are. And you will see them more often on my blog and also on my social media. And then some more good friends of ours. We all had an opportunity to hang out with good friends from the Erotic Heritage Museum. They are going to host the first annual Las Vegas World Naked Bike Ride on June the 11th at 8 p.m. So get over to the Erotic Heritage Museum website, check it out, shout out to them. You know, we have to say thank you to Jessica and Dr. Hartman and also Reverend Phil for coming into the studio, the station over here a few weeks back. They caused a riot and they were a bunch of fun, good group of people. I also want to give a shout out to the bad motherfuckers, BMF Shirts, who supplied us with our first batch of Brother Love t-shirts, bmft-shirts.com. We have another order on the way, so everybody will be getting a Brother Love t-shirt. They also are responsible for having the Bad Motherfucker wallets, bmfleatherwallets.com, which is the official wallet from Pulp Fiction. You know, Samuel L. Jackson's character busted out the Bad Motherfucker wallet, and you know, I have it in my pocket right now. It's the first one. You know, on this panel, we're going to get a few more. So thank you to Ozzy Morales for hooking us up with that. And then the last one that I want to talk about is a vibrator called the Womanizer, which you'll be able to buy on my blog probably by the end of the week. And the reason we found out about the Womanizer is because it is a tool that's been used for the rehabilitation of the women that have had the clitoris repair surgery. So we're talking about women that have had the female genital mutilation done to them at an early age in their life, at about 5 years old. They had their either clitoris removed or vagina sewed up. Really fucked up situation in different parts of the world. And through this repair surgery, they have access to their clitoris for the first time. And so they have to learn how to masturbate or stimulate themselves so their partner can offer that same stimulation. And through the course of rehabilitation, they found that direct contact with the clitoris, the standard vibrator, is a little bit too intense. So go take a look at the Womanizer. It has a tip that is actually circular that goes around the clit itself and offers a more of a suction type pulse rather than a direct intense I guess a regular vibrator stimulation with, like, I don't know, they usually have intensities from 1 to 10 to 20, and then sometimes the Sibians are like basically riding on a fucking Harley Davidson, just sit down on that saddle and ride. So yeah, check out the Womanizers if you can. Buy some for yourself, buy some for your wife, buy one for your mom. As a matter of fact, it's Mother's Day. Now let me get back to the what's going on here, and we're talking about porn with Maui Diaz, editor, director. What about talent? Were you ever talent?
No, never.
Am I allowed to ask if you ever boned a fucking porn chick on set?
Never have.
That's a good answer. That's the answer that everybody should be giving, whether it's true or not. Yeah. So I'm on your actually Instagram, I Poo Forever. And there's a lot of beer on this motherfucker. I'm gonna actually like that right now because I do love beer. What inspires you to post stuff on your Instagram?
Dude, it's just when you see something like the latest one is going to Yosemite.
Okay.
And that, I went as a kid. So if I'm from LA, and then my dad we took road trips to San Francisco. This is like late 80s, taking road trips up to San Francisco, Sequoia. It was always Cali, a destination to California.
California has a lot of great landscape.
It is. And then, so then when I moved out here to Vegas, I never done the Grand Canyon. Never did Zion Park.
Right.
You know, Havasu Lake, Lake Havasu. I always see it on MTV, like people going crazy. So my first time going to Lake Havasu, it was, you know, it was fun, amazing. I liked it. So then, what I like to put on are things that are like that just make me appreciate life a lot more.
Okay.
You know, when I went Lake Havasu, I was on a fucking speedboat going like 90 miles per hour on the fucking water, and then if you pick your head out over the glass of the speedboat, your fucking face is just gonna your neck will snap back. I never experienced that, and that's actually badass, especially coming from like Six Flags. You know, back in LA when you're a teenager, that was the thing to go, Six Flags.
Right.
Always pick up on the little hoochie mama and shit. 16-year-old, and you're like, hey, how old are you? 15? What high school you go to? Oh, Birmingham. Shit, I'm from Taft. You know, it's just, you know, it's funny how our offices were right across the street. Oh my God. It was fun.
Did that shooting go on at Taft when you were there?
What shooting?
Taft is on Winnetka, right?
It's on Winnetka and Ventura.
Okay. Because there was a shooting at that high school.
I wasn't there.
Okay.
But I was there for like that whole, the walkouts that were happening back in the early 90s, if anyone remembers.
What were the walkouts about, though?
Something about some immigration law or some something that affected a lot of the immigrants or students who were in public schools or something like that. And just like, you know what? A lot of it, the rumor was that the school makes money from having the kids attend. What period is it? Between second and third period, like home period or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
So that's when the school takes attendance of the whole school.
Okay.
And then that information gets sent back to the state, and then, like, you know, the school gets more money if they have more students.
Right.
So we're like, let's walk out before that period, so that they lost like a quarter of students. Like, so we're trying to hurt the schools, you know, in the pocketbook.
Right.
And that was the rumor spreading. So everyone just said like, fuck it, let's do it.
And you did it?
They did it.
Then what happened?
Nothing. I was a kid. What the fuck? We do stupid things, you know.
You just ditched.
Just ditched.
That's cool. I ditched a lot.
But no, I wasn't there for the I was there for the North Hollywood shooting. I used to live a block away from that. I was on Lower Canyon and Van Noen, and the bank was.
I know where that bank was. That's my bank.
And it's right across the street from a Ralph's. I ditched that day. My dad left work from downtown, went all the way to Woodland Hills to go pick my ass up because of the fucking shooting in North Hollywood. And he arrived right when I got back from a field trip, and I ditched sixth period with this girl, and we went in and out. And I get back on my bus, and then I come home, and then the bus driver lets us know, like, I'm going to have to drop you kids off like a mile away because, you know, we'll call your parents or something like that.
Right.
And so then, got, you know, dropped off a mile away, and then called my dad, and then he's like, where were you? And I'm like, what do you mean? I went to your school, pick you up. And I'm like, holy shit. I got out of it, but I feel bad for doing it.
Did you ever pick up a bullet from there?
I tried to find one.
Yeah, out of the bank, right?
The next day.
Right?
I forgot what day was it. It was on a Wednesday or like middle of the week. So I tried going like I think Friday and trying to see if I could find one, but no, the cops kind of blocked that. That was a crime scene for like a week.
Right.
Just trying to cross the street was like difficult because it was the bank side and then across the street at the shopping mall side.
What was that? Oh, there was like a.
It was a Ralph's.
Or something. Was it a Ralph's?
It was a Ralph's. The Sears was down the street, about a mile away.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Gun violence.
Talking about Maui Diaz, porn director, porn editor, and the North Hollywood shootings.
Survivor?
Yeah, man.
Well, I wasn't even in it, so.
You'd have to duck dodge. Those guys were loaded, and they killed a lot of officers, man. Two dudes ran through the North Hollywood Police Department. Like, ran through them. Are you guys familiar with that incident?
No.
Actually,
Dude, they were head to toe armor.
Yeah. Those guys were head to toe body armor and just AK-47.
Was that like the first time that's like you've seen that?
Yeah. There was another episode. There was like an FBI thing. I think Michael Gross from Family Ties was actually one of the bad guys in it with the original Starsky. There was another incident where two guys fucked up the FBI, like some sort of real life scene. And those guys weren't body armor at all. They just took out a bunch of people.
Damn.
But no, the North Hollywood thing was crazy.
Yeah.
That was wild, man. I just remember seeing officers crying behind their podium, giving speeches because
then
eight dead cops, dude. They could not make a dent with their pistols. And those, I think, at that time, they weren't allowed to carry the AR-15s. I think after that, there was a big debate whether to give officers
higher capacity,
firepower because they all had pistols. And there was nothing they could do against
And look at
them.
what happened with San Bernardino, you know, now the cops have, like, I look at pictures online and I see how the cops are, like, geared up for war.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa, you know, get that out when it's going to happen, you know, because, you know, seeing that North Hollywood, I feel like that's a perfect time for that kind of gear to, you know, let's get the gear out.
Right.
Let's get the Batman suit out, you know.
Right.
But things like people trying to protest and this and that, I'm like, damn, these cops look like they're military now.
Damn.
Well, you know, cops can't wait to do that, and that's where, you know, I'm always apprehensive to call a cop a good cop. You know, because
They're scaring the public, you know. The public is going to lose their trust. And it's sad to see that because I know there are good cops out there, you know. And it's just kind of like, you know, just like there's, you know, people in industry who are good people in industry. They're here to make a living
right.
in it, but they get bad mouth. But, you know, that's life, you know. You take the punches and you just keep going.
That's right. So, growing up, before you got into porn, before you did all your stuff, what kind of porn were you looking at?
Asian porn.
Asian porn.
And I can tell you who was my biggest, like, girl. Mia Lanali.
I want to say that I shot her. Let me see. Mia Leilani? Really?
Yeah.
Is that a girlfriend of somebody that we know?
I don't know why the Asian porn just stick to me. Maybe because
Are you a hentai fan?
No, I would say a lot of Asian porn is what I like, just because, you know, my thing is, you know, Hispanic girls or like in real life, like I could relate to a Hispanic girl. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Old school Mia.
Yeah. Been around for a minute, so.
And when I met her, I got really shy, and I had to like tell her like I feel really bad because I used to jerk off to you. And she liked it. She's like, I appreciate it. That's why that's why I did porn. And I kind of appreciate her more because now I know that she did it, you know, as, like, it's her thing. Like, I like girls who come into, like, when shooting girls, I like girls who come into porn because they love sex.
Right.
It's erotic, you know. When I see my dad's old porn, the people back in the 80s, they used to do it because it was erotic. I would assume so because seeing it as a kid is like, oh my God, you know, this is all new.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then I can still relate to it because it's human nature. I can't jerk off or masturbate to a girl who's just like not into it. Same thing, I can't have sex with a girl who's just like not into it because then I'll stop her like, oh, what's wrong?
Right.
And she, you know, be thinking about like, you know, did I leave my oven on back home? And I'm like, fuck, we better go back then.
Right. We throw you in it.
But
that was mean. But whatever. No, you're absolutely right. And it does kind of suck though. You know, we don't see that a whole lot. We try not to shoot that a whole lot, but you never know when you're going to get when you hire a brand new girl.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the difference between hiring an amateur and a professional.
Like the squirter, who you asked me who were the top 3, it was pretty much like her first scene, and she just squirted all over the place, and I knew this girl is going to take off because she's giving me, on day 1, on her first scene, what, you know, a girl who's like 6 months in, or a year in.
Right.
Like, girl, you got your head start. Compared to all the girls right now, you got a head start.
It's few. That's like 1 in 1,000 almost. Not even 1 in 100. It's like 1 in 1,000.
And that's why I say to the girls, if you don't know what porn's about, watch your scenes. You know, it's like if I edit a commercial, I look over it and then, you know, but you know, I go deeper than that. Let's say, they did bring traffic to the dealership or anything like that.
Right.
But you know, I tell them, look at the scenes, get better. You could always get better.
It's interesting that you said that because there was a time period where girls were like, I hate watching myself. And I think this group of girls is all about the show business aspect. They love watching themselves. They're here for like not just the entertainment value, but
attention,
big time attention. You know that the Snapchat girls. What's the other one that Dakota Sky was on? Starts with the P. I can't Periscope.
Periscope. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one that they use kind of simultaneously at the same time. You know, basically the CIA's best friend because giving away their whole life story with, willingly, right? I mean, man, there's nothing holding nothing back, Their homepage has got them smoking a blunt.
Aren't they coming out with that movie for that Snow End character, the dude who like leaked all this government information, like pretty much told the public, like, hey, they're tracking everyone.
I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it?
Because it's not going to be the whole truth. I feel like they're gonna fuck with the story somehow, like they do with all the true movies.
Based on a true
based on a true story.
Inspired by a true story.
Yeah, like how do we know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like the other one where it's like one man's story. Yeah, one man's motherfucker. Why is it going to influence the rest of the United States of America?
Yeah, I feel like
man.
I feel like a lot of the media, like Francis was saying, like it's starting to divide us. Like just talk to your neighbor. Yeah, it sucks that all this shit's happening all over the world, but it's kind of like, if people just band together, kind of thing, and stop being. It's hard, Human beings are so complicated.
Selfish,
perverted.
Yeah.
Those are like if an alien came over here and I'm like, simplify the human race.
Damn.
Savages, perverted, and hopeful sometimes. So.
Sodom and Gomorrah right there, by the way. We're talking about the Bible. That's Genesis.
So I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
So Japan, what they call it? Japan animation.
Is it conscious animation or Japanese animation?
I thought Japanese animation or Japan.
Because there's Western animation and Japanese animation.
I'm talking about the actual Japanese animation.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The one that actually looks like porn but cartoon form.
Okay, hentai.
But hentai, like with the testicles and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, name one of your favorite ones. You know what I'm saying? Because
I would say, I don't even think it's a Japanese porno hentai, but it's graphic and it's like has this rapey vibe to Ninja Squirrel.
Ninja Squirrel.
There's like a part where the girl gets like her clothes get ripped apart, but it's an R-rated movie, But they show the sex part of it. Like I don't know, hentai is just it's almost like cheap animation in a way for me.
But I like it though.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I don't know, like I like cartoons in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I used to watch that before I got to Deep Throat. Deep Throat was the first porn I ever watched, and it was the actual tape.
Yeah.
VHS tape. But at that time, I didn't know what the fuck I didn't know what the fuck,
Dude, I couldn't imagine a kid, his first porno would be two girls, 1 cup. Like imagine being a 7-8-year-old, because that's around the time where I found my first porno Playboy magazine. Now with the internet.
And as you see, Brother Love is looking
up for
the cartoon, like as you can see, man, just look at the movements, you see how they had the titties jiggling, like the details.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of like I see that rarely, but yeah, that's actually when I like the detail in the drawing is
like
the physics.
Yeah, the physics.
So we got to get you a doll that looks like a cartoon.
Right.
Now with Francis needed some like VR goggles and
blue hair.
Oh shit.
Green hair. I would go for a green hair anime chick.
Okay.
Like there needs to be a service where you could walk in and you can just customize the girl you want and have a VR set put on you.
So you see like the tentacles right there.
Very common. And the rape thing that you said, tentacles and rape, that's all about Japanese hentai right there.
Isn't there a law that they have to show tentacles going in because it doesn't mean they have to blur anything. Because if you show a penis going into the vagina, they have to blur it out.
Yeah.
But with the tentacle, it's like it's not a sex organ.
It's an octopus.
So they could leave it unblurred, and that's the thing I hate about some Japanese porn. They blur that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, just show it to me, that hairy ass pussy that the chick has. I could get over the noise, the moaning, high-pitched noise.
Yeah, it's irritating as shit.
Something that just dropped the volume. But if she has the big jiggly titties and the nice, Coca-Cola bottle shaped body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm into thick girls.
Mm-hmm.
Thick, top thick, bottom thick.
I would say top thick.
Okay.
But it's surprising that they say, well, in our work or field or whatever, that they say that, they don't sell as much as the skinny girls and shit,
Maybe it's true, if we never see the numbers, but if I'm like, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If you're doing your research, then cool. Let's just, whatever it is. But personally, to me, I like titties. So when I get a scene with the girl with titty, I'm afraid to stand up in my chair because
Damn.
I'm gonna be walking around and I'm gonna be bumping into people and shit.
Damn.
I wish I had that
Walking
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, that goes right along with the most popular porn, right? Teens and tits, and then big black cocks that comes somewhere right after there. You know, I was talking to one of the bosses today. They were talking about the no titty girl, like the flat chested,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
13-year-old boy look. You know what I mean? That thing, and then the other thing was like the big ass huge knockers.
Mm-hmm.
Fetishes for life, man. Those are the OG porn sellers.
yeah, I definitely have a foot fetish.
You like the foot fetish?
I like the foot fetish. I don't watch it. I do it in real life.
Okay.
That's my thing. I don't want to watch. Sometimes I'll see a video, they do it just right, and it's just like, all right, you got me. Here I come. Zip,
A
zip.
foot fetish video or like a main?
Foot fetish video, yeah. Like,
Here I come.
but yeah, girls' feet. If they take care of it, they're clean. And that's the thing I always hated on set. When I see my girl with dirty feet on her, on a white leather sofa, I'm like, baby wipe. Just wipe that shit down.
It be fucked up on the socks. When you see the dirty ass socks, you
Dirty,
be like,
yeah. I would ask the wardrobe to give me 3 pairs of socks.
Yes.
Give me 3 pairs of socks, so that way, one for the video, one for the intro, and then another one for for the sex. Because if she's wearing
Yes.
socks during the sex, then she's getting fucked missionary style with nice clean socks instead of some dirty ones.
right.
But sometimes I'm like, we get to set, I look through the bag, and there's only 1 pair of socks. Someone didn't do their job.
Damn.
But we gotta get the scene done, so let's rock and roll.
Socks be dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty as hell. I'll be like, what the
No, but you gotta have 2 or 3 pairs, man, because the floors at the locations are filthy.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, even the multi-million-dollar houses,
Damn.
for whatever reason, they got like the whole all the dog lint on the fucking corners.
Is it me, or is it every porn director shoot barefoot?
I used to until fucking 707.
707. which is-
Karen,
Oh, Karen.
Turnberry, that fucking.
Oh, yes.
You're-
The
yeah.
dog hair.
Yeah, it's completely. I told him I shouldn't have said the name, but I told one of the bosses that every time I go there, I need a new pair of socks, man,
Oh, man.
because you can't wash the dog hair out.
Yeah.
You're basically like fucking sweeping the floor with your socks and shit. This is the location for people who are just listening. You're listening to BrotherLoveRadio.com every Friday at midnight. And right now, first of all, we're always talking about porn. Now we're talking about locations in porn. And some locations in porn that we rent for X amount of dollars are fucking filthy. People taking no pride in their shit, expecting us to clean up before we get there. Which, by the way, there should be a goddamn deduction against the location. Listen, if you were renting the location and you're not prepared for us, your shit's
Right.
not crisp,
Right.
I gotta spend an extra half an hour or 45 minutes to
Right.
rearrange in your spot. Fuck you, that's a deduction, son.
Right.
I ain't paying for that shit, but please, 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 get your dog out of there, clean the dog shit up, don't act like your shit don't stink. If you're the one renting your fucking spot to me shooting porn, don't act like you're above porn. I hate those fucking location people.
Talking
Like,
about locations in
Leaving the
production,
shit
like if
downstairs.
we ever shot a commercial at like we need to shoot in the living room
Yeah.
or the kitchen, the house would be a production house, meaning they live there, but they also have a little office for the actual production company to set up shop, like
Right.
put their equipment in, set up computers. Maybe if they bring a printer, they have a printer. Sometimes these locations will have a printer there,
Right.
and then because you're paying for a place to do your work.
Yeah, technically you own it for that X amount of time. Technically.
Exactly. So if you want to be a successful location production shoot house,
Yeah.
or have make money, you can make money out of that shit. You could rent out your place and if something breaks, the production company will reimburse you. You
Right.
know,
Yeah,
you
they
just
gotta
gotta
fix it,
you
yeah.
just gotta invoice us. You
Right.
know, it's people freak out about it, like, oh, what's gonna happen if you break this? I'm like, well we'll take care of it. But if it has your grandma's ashes in there, please take that
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
If there's no guarantees, move that out because you have complete strangers coming in with equipment,
Right.
moving stuff. Yeah, if something breaks, we'll replace it. But if it's something super valuable, you better get that out of here.
Yes.
You gotta be a smart, you gotta be business smart. And then they'll set up, a little office for you to do things. So yeah, there's some locations where I just like, crap. Because when I'm shooting, I want to shoot in that direction now, and all I see is all my fucking bags, my fucking laptop, the hard drives. Now we got to move that out of the way. It's just because the light comes in differently. The scenarios just didn't work out in our heads when we were doing the script. So coming on set, it's like, okay, this table's in the way. It's gonna be a bitch to move it. Let's just shoot this other direction.
Right.
And that's just one of the things that's kind of like, in production that, most porn companies, they get away with it. Just shoot the shit. And, I hate it when I see the crew in the background or if it's not a setup shot, like it's set up to be like that, then okay. But dude, I want to get into the fantasy and, dive into like that. Like that would take me out of it. Like, just like Francis was saying earlier, when the directors talk, if it's a really good shot and we got to fix the audio, because like I said, I would do a close-up or something like that.
Yeah.
If it was an okay shot, but if it's a really good one, yeah, I would go in there and seriously start mixing the audio so I could find a spot where the director's not talking over the girl as she's moaning into it. It's not hard, but it's one of the pet peeves as an editor now.
Yeah.
It's tough. I think if we had an unlimited budget, which is never the case, the director could watch on a big screen TV in the next room and be on a fucking microphone, and they have like the tiny little earbuds in their ear, and you would never see that shit. Right. But most of the girls don't know how to fuck for camera. You're trying to inspire them without wanting to choke them.
I hear the inspiration, what I'm saying, through the director of voices. I mean, like I said, it's good direction, but it just happens to,
overlap some of the audio from them. Yeah.
And that's why it's a pet peeve. It's not a major issue, but it's just a little annoyance. But
because the problem is, you told the girl just 30 seconds ago when the shit was off camera. You know what I'm saying? And letting the girl or the guy, especially a rookie guy, to their own devices. Well, you just ruined my scene, son. So now I'm forced to talk. I'm just gonna piss off my editors. It's gonna because eventually I got to get a scene back to the bosses. You know what I mean? And so again, it goes with the pros versus the amateurs.
I would say if you want to be in porn, ladies, one, look into the camera. Get used to looking into the camera. You're already doing selfies. Look into the lens. You already seen it's just 20 times bigger than what you're doing normal.
I'm just saying follow directions.
Second would be follow directions.
Yeah.
And then 3, get some sleep.
Right. Yes.
Get to the fucking gym. Dude, let's pet peeves. Get to the gym. Do your fingers and toes. Don't come on the set with your fucking ratchet ass fucking fingers and toes. Come on, man. A mani pedi is still only $30. If you need the whole fucking kit caboodle, yeah, you can spend $75 and up. But just a normal mani pedi that will allow you to do porn on a level that a photographer can shoot you, yeah, that's $30.
Well, I got another question. So, it's for both of you guys. So I know, like, sometimes there's that male talent that can't get off, and he has to watch porn, on his cell phone device or some shit, right? I don't understand that. Like, you got a naked woman right there, but you gotta still watch it, right? Like she's not there or something. And then, like, how is the girl looking like? Because, I never see what the girl looking.
Without naming names.
All right, yeah, no names. Yeah.
No names. One issue was girl had a stinky ass pussy.
Oh, okay.
Just was ratchet.
Damn.
Just male talent just like, look, I gotta fuck this bitch, and she stinks.
Damn.
That's maybe a 1% chance of error. It happens, but it's rare. It does happen.
Stinky puss.
Stinking pussy. Number 2, male talent is having wood issues. It's because he hyped himself up to work with this girl, and now it's just backfired on him. Sometimes these new girls they probably get a scene or 2. They're in the industry for 3 months. Male talent looks them up, and he's all like, "Oh shit, she's a pretty chick. I want to work with her. I want to shoot her." And I get excited, I've seen that. Right. And then come into the scene, they're like going limp, completely limp. One of them that has happened. He got really hyped up for this one chick, big name, one of the big names that we shoot. Rare, but we do. And he lost it, but we got the scene done. You can see like reverse cowgirl, the penis starts bending, And I'm like, all right, cut. I got a minute in.
Right.
Let's just set up the next shot, you know.
Time to move on.
That's funny.
And then I think, you know, I don't know, Daniel, chime in. Your turn.
But I still don't understand, why do they have to watch porn right then and there, like as if they're not shooting one?
Those guys,
They're not in
those
one.
guys probably just plain and simple not into the chick. That's right
Oh,
there.
okay.
Plain and simple. You know.
Even if the chick's their girlfriend. Oh,
There's no
Yeah.
situations like that.
No names.
I ain't naming names.
All right, no.
I'm just, you know.
Just saying.
So
Same.
that's first of all, that's extremely rare. But everything in porn is extremely rare.
Mm.
You know, everybody comes with their own, you know, with their thing. You know, we all fuck the same kinda, but we all have different perversions, kinda. So anyway, the couple that I'm referring to, yes. In order to pop, he had to masturbate with cell phone porn with her next to him, and that's his girlfriend.
That's terrible.
That's
And
terrible.
that shit just is like, wow.
That's an ego killer, man.
Wow, this chick is just smashed into the ground. There's nothing about her that is even close to having an ego, just small. You know what I mean?
Damn. Yeah, that's it.
No love right there.
No,
Yeah.
that's zero love, dude. That's like, damn, your boyfriend is choosing whoever's on the end of that, you know.
Right, device.
In those pixels.
And your pussy's right there.
Right.
Fuck. Fuck.
Oh,
That's
shit.
an ego smasher right there.
Right.
But I mean, whatever. Maybe she had it coming. You never know.
Damn.
But you know, we got the new site that just launched, Lubed, which is awesome, and people like it a lot. Rebel Lynn, I think, double check her status, you guys, because Rebel Lynn had the good news, like I said earlier. So congratulations to Rebel Lynn. Maui Diaz, thank you for coming out. We got about 10 more minutes, so we're going to bullshit a little bit more about porn. 5 more minutes? Selfishness, let me know we got 5 more minutes before the 2 o'clock hour. Esther Fiasco over there fucking around with the phone. What's up, Mike?
Not much. I'm just looking into the Rebel Lynn news. you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Rebel Lynn has some really good news. She got a shout out from Holly Michaels
Like,
yesterday regarding the good
yeah, nosy
news.
now.
So it's good stuff for her. You know, so congratulations. I mean, how's everybody liking Vegas? None of us are from Vegas.
Well, I mean, I am
Well,
actually.
I forgot because I met you in Cali.
Yeah, that's
You
why.
came out
yeah.
to Cali before the transition of the whole move and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How'd you like Cali?
I loved it a lot. Like, some parts of it remind me of, like, because I was in the valley, it was basically in the valley. So
Yeah.
Where were
in
you
the
staying?
valley.
At a hotel or?
Yeah, I'd stay, sometimes I'd stay at a hotel, sometimes I'd stay with one of the production managers.
Okay.
And basically I was still in the whole fucking SV Valley out area.
But you had your own car too.
Were you
right?
staying with Beefcakes?
Yeah. He's a good host,
Yeah.
He really is.
Is the dogs?
Cigars in Sierra Nevada.
What up?
Cigars in Sierra
Oh yeah,
Nevada.
dude, he has so many fucking boxes of Sierra Nevada. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like a pallet.
Yeah.
Because he likes, what is he like, Winterfest or something? Like, I forget what his brew is. He likes one that comes out, the Summerfest.
Oh yeah.
And as it goes,
Stock it up.
yeah, he buys like half a pallet or some shit.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he
That's-
doesn't like that beer. That's enthusiastic.
But I loved it. Like, some parts of it remind me of like kind of older Vegas, but like, you know, older Vegas neighborhoods, but like a little bit better. Just like, you know, you see green everywhere basically,
Well, for sure.
and you know the weather is just like overall better. I was like, damn, really?
Yeah.
Really? If I could afford it, I'd pay for this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Moving out of Vegas, it's been it's a big situation where, like, dude, it's just so cheap to live out here.
Yeah, that's
You know,
I mean, that's how you get to do more off-roading. You get to
That's how I
invest
do.
more into your vehicle.
And I travel more too. You know, I get to
Right.
see my mom in Dallas. You know, shout out to my mom.
Okay, there you go.
Mother's Day coming up,
Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Yeah, Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, you know?
and you know, I get to see her more often because you know the cost of living is it's a lot cheaper. You know,
Right.
I could bounce back a lot quicker when I make a purchase. You know, that's Christmas or something like that. Bounce back quicker. Back in LA, bouncing back was not. It didn't feel like bouncing back. It just felt like slowly getting up from having a back cramp in your ass cheek or something like that.
Right.
So, no, it's just shit. LA, California, San Diego. That's why I still go back to, Cali, you
Yeah.
know? Yosemite, fucking Sequoia, San Francisco. Back in for Thanksgiving weekend last year, went, up PCH1 all the way from Ventura, all the way
Nice.
to Monterey Bay.
That's awesome.
You know, it took 2 days. It was a 2-day drive.
Are you stopping up at Hearst Castle on the way up?
We saw Hearst Castle, didn't make a stop because we were behind.
Okay.
But I would say if you ever do that road trip, start in San Francisco and go down.
Okay.
Go down, you know, and then just look at all the spots and take 2 days. You know, take a 2-day trip because going from San Francisco and coming back to LA, we hit all that Thanksgiving weekend traffic trying to get back into LA.
Right.
And we were like 400 miles away with traffic. But you know, it's road tripping is like the next road trip I want to take is like going out to Utah and Colorado. You know, take advantage of living out here. Because back in LA, it's a drive just across the desert first to see anything, and then then your stop will be Vegas. Everyone who goes to the Grand Canyon always makes a stop at Vegas. So living out here, I feel like I'm a hub. Like everything is, I'm like halfway to everything. So no, I miss LA and I miss the beach, but I'd rather go to Hawaii.
Right.
You know, or the Philippines or Cancun or somewhere like in Central America or something like that. Because the beaches there are like awesome. The Caribbean.
We probably got one more minute. So, if a new girl getting into the business, not done a scene yet, hits you up, what advice do you have for new female talent? You got to break it down. Or are you honest with them?
I gotta break it down.
Lying to
No,
them?
I gotta break it down. You're gonna have your good days. You're gonna have your bad days. That's all I can say.
Well, what are you gonna say? What they're gonna be like? Yo, man, what do I expect? What's my first day gonna be like?
Just play it by ear. That's all I can say. Everything is like that. You know, life, work, anywhere you work, people you meet, you got to play it by ear and see how it goes. You know, we're all human beings. We're smart creatures. We could adapt to our situation. That's why we lasted this long. I don't know how long we got, but
Yeah, exactly. We're thinking of our rope.
So adapt to it. Adapt to the industry. You know, you're gonna make good money if you adapt to it. That's it.
What about male performers?
Shit.
Same shit?
No,
Don't even start.
It's a lot
Don't even
simpler.
start.
Just stay hard.
Damn.
That's it.
Yeah.
Stay hard, guys. Be strong.
There you go.
Eat
That's
watermelon.
it. Oh, it's not pineapple anymore.
No, well, watermelon. I was reading that watermelon has this. It gives you an erection naturally.
Nice. All right, you guys, you've been listening to BrotherLoveRadio.com via Vegas Raw Radio. Selfish, Este Fiasco, Maui Diaz, and Brother Love here. Tune in next Friday at midnight. Remember, the quote of the day is "Stay hard," and you're going to see that hashtag a lot this coming week. Thank you, Maui Diaz.
Thank you.
Cool.
BrotherLoveRadio.com. Local porn talk in Las Vegas. If you want to be a guest on BrotherLoveRadio.com, find me on Twitter at BrotherLoveXXX.